Hello everybody, it's Aaron. Welcome back to the Crack Pack. I'm just figuring out new things to do and try and play around with. I decided that I'm just going to fill in the bottom of this with water. And how I'm doing that, this isn't a new thing. I've used this in the past. I made a floodgate and just hooked up an aqueous accumulator so that I can fill in all of this with source blocks, and I left one block open so that when it starts overflowing, we'll know it. And then I can just come down here, remove whatever source blocks are above the clear glass that I've placed, and then it'll fill it up. I did hack in some coral, and the problem with it is you cannot place it on bedrock. You have to place it on, I think, sand or dirt. So what I may be doing is actually filling in the bottom level with sand and then putting the coral down there just so we have some pretty things around the laser drill. So I'm going to turn this thing back on. We'll see how long it takes. I really don't know. I guess it'll place source blocks as fast as the aqueous accumulator can give it to the floodgate. So what I want to try is, instead of TPing back and forth from the desert to over here, I want to make some teleporters. And I've already made all the pieces. We just have to craft them and hook it up. So we need 2 teleporters. Of course, since it's mechanism, they don't stack. And then we're going to need some frames. And I think you need, maybe 9 per. I don't know. We'll see. I didn't find anything about a distance limitation like someone said, but the further you go, the more power it does use. So we're going to see if we can make it all the way over there. And if it works, great. If not, then I don't know. But since we got power in both places, not a big deal. So the question is where to actually put this. I can put it anywhere that I can run conduit to. I also, I don't think I showed you guys this. I had my blood altar set up in the middle with cursed earth underneath it, but it was too big and I couldn't get up here with my existing elevators. So I went ahead and took that down since I'm not really using blood magic for anything anymore. I think I might have some conduit. I think I can get it over here. I can. So how about this? Why don't we put this thing, we'll put it right here, and we'll put a piece of conduit right there, and hopefully that'll work. Basically, I just hit at mechanism just to see what else was in the mod that I could play around with. So we'll put that there. We'll put a teleporter here. No frame, obviously. I feel like I lost the frame. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I did. Okay, I got it back. No link found. Okay, no kidding. Let's make it 1, 2, 3, 4. It doesn't look like it's getting power for some reason. And now I'm stuck and it's tornado siren test time. Hopefully it's not too loud behind me. If it is, I'm not really sure what to do. I'm also not sure why this isn't getting power, because it is hooked up to the conduit. I've had a hell of a time. I had to break my conduit and replace it a couple times because it wasn't connecting. My laser drill freaked out. I don't know what I did, but so I'm really not sure why this isn't getting power. Certainly it takes RF. I mean, I have conduit hooked up to other mechanism machines. Maybe it has to go to the bottom of it. Let's see. Of course, I overshot it. No, still nothing. So let's do this. We'll see what happens if we go over here. We'll set one up on this side. I have made a couple little changes. I made a tank to store sulfuric acid just so we have a little bit of a buffer. I did the same thing for the hydrogen and the chloride, and we are generating plenty of stuff. I did add a couple more transfer nodes just because this thing, it wasn't staying full. And I wanted it to always be full of water. So I made some auto crafting recipes and just made a bunch of them. Alright, so let's hook this up. Hopefully you don't have to have two of them to make a link, you know. See, this one has power right away. And it says idle because it can't find the other one. It'll say this if the other chunk isn't loaded or if the other one doesn't have power. So this one took power from the side. Oh, look, it worked. Okay, cool. So it let me go through. Maybe it took the power from the other teleporter. I don't know. Let's do something. Let's get rid of that and replace it. We'll see if that makes a difference. Still 0 RF. I don't understand that. I mean, the conduits carry a ton of power. We have a full buffer in here, for the most part. I don't understand why that doesn't get power right there. So it won't let me go through if this side doesn't have power. Okay, well let's put it somewhere else. We'll see what happens. See, I don't want to put it in front of any of this stuff. I guess we could try to put it right here. I don't think that'll hurt anything. Oops, that's not the right block. Okay, now this is getting power. I'm not sure why it wasn't on the other side, but you know, whatever. Okay, now let's reset this. Okay, there we go. Look at that. It is a little buggy. I think it's because you have to make this thing with a 2-block gap in it. So now that we know that works, let's reconfigure this a little bit. I don't want that facing that direction really. We can put it though. We'll put it right here. Next to that. And then we'll just run the conduit underneath. Okay. I think if you break it with a wrench, it retains its settings, but not a big deal. Okay, there we go. There's our teleporter. Bounce, bounce, bounce. And there we go. We don't have to cheat anymore. So, the other thing, I needed a bunch of gunpowder to do the 5 times processing. There's actually a recipe for it. You don't necessarily have to kill creepers. You can do coal or charcoal, sulfur, and saltpeter. And since I had a bunch of those, I just went ahead and did that to get about 12,000 gunpowder. Coal gives you a little more than charcoal does. But that'll get me through until we set up the mob farm, which I think we're going to have to do at some point. We're doing fine on ender pearls, and I really don't need blaze rods on an ongoing basis, but gunpowder is going to be a big deal to get all the ores processed. So all of them are going through, and I mean, we have a ton. Just, I mean, more than I really know what to do with. Yellowite still increasing. Cyanite's up around 10,000. So, yeah. So this is now a couple blocks deep, I'm sure. Yep. So I'm just going to let that go for a while. Probably not while I'm offline, because since the chunk is loaded, it's going to just keep going until it gets turned off. And that could be very bad. So I think I'm just going to make this a short episode. I was just messing around with the teleporter and I wanted to record it. I don't know if any of you guys have used it, so I figured I'd do it in an episode, and it works pretty well. I think this stores 2 million or something, and it uses a lot. I didn't even check to see how much it uses when you go through it. And I don't know why it keeps resetting either. It seems kind of buggy. Let's do this. Let's open this up all the way. So apparently what I could use my, if I make the turbine, I could use it for the teleporters. So it's kind of disconcerting that this thing keeps resetting back to 0. I don't like that. It's just going to constantly drain power. I mean, we're making a ton of RF. Yeah, I don't like that. I don't think that's how it's supposed to work. I wonder if that's a bug or something. I need to go check the one on the other side to see if it does the same thing or not. Man, that I don't like that at all. Needs energy. It's full. Alright, so maybe that wasn't a very good idea. Or maybe I have to wait for the other one to charge. Let's see. No, it says full. Bounce, bounce, bounce. So let's see what happens when that gets to the top. It still says needs energy. I don't understand that. It has energy. Alright, I don't like it. I thought it was good, but apparently it's not a great solution. Yeah, well, oh well, that was worth a shot. I just figured, since we had the power, we could set one of these up and then just use it instead. I don't go back and forth there very often, but I like to check on things from time to time. Now, it's not working at all. So, I don't think I'm going to use it. But I gave it a shot, so see, still full, still says needs energy. Alright, I'm going to get rid of it because I don't think it's working like it's supposed to. So that'll do it, guys. It was a great idea. Unfortunately, it apparently didn't pan out. So I'm going to leave you with that. Hopefully that is just one of those stupid glitches, and hopefully it works for you. I really don't know. But anyway, that'll do it. If you have any comments, questions, suggestions, or if you know why that thing is glitching out, please leave me a comment. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you next time.